One of the secrets to my success as a voice actor is that I had these vocal references that I've been talking about throughout this class, but from a different time period than everyone else. So yeah, everybody watches Simpsons, everybody watches South Park, whatever happens to be the popular animation of the day, and then everybody does their poor impression of that, if they're using a vocal reference at all. My references were really old. Why? Because we weren't allowed to watch TV in my house. My mom was kind of a hippie, so we didn't have a TV. So I listened to a lot of old-time radio programs on cassette tape. On cassette tape, because that's how old I am. We had, you pop a... Google it, you'll figure it out. I have voice references in my mind for things like Fibber McGee and Molly, and the Ovaltine Hour, and the Lone Ranger, and earlier I was talking about Edward G. Robinson. I remember those movies from film school. Yeah, Little Rico. It was a movie called Little Rico, or these old noir films like White Heat and Maltese Falcon. Those were the vocal references of those kinds of actors from the golden age of Hollywood, or the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, that were in my brain. Not that I was trying to do an impression of them, but if I saw something on the printed page that reminded me in the script of one of those old characters, that was my jumping off point. And it was different. It was coming from a different place. So you just did a class bully, right? Or you did an older brother and I said it reminds me of a class bully. Do another take as a bully. In my mind, I'm hearing the music from Our Gang, which we've just verified is an old show that none of you have ever seen or even heard of. But it's great because the kid archetypes are so clearly defined. There was the bully, there was Darla, the sweet little girl, there was Spanky and Alfalfa. You might have you heard of these characters even? Yeah, the Little Rascals. Oh, you don't know it's Our Gang. The Little Rascals were in Our Gang. They were based on something called the Bowery Boys, unless they have that backwards. But anyway, these are not top of mind, I guarantee you, for anybody else that is auditioning for characters. So if you get some vocal references that are out of left field, and the best way to do that is the old classic stuff, then you'll be able to base the read off of something that's very unique for our present time. Now, when I listen to Simpsons, for instance, these are really good voice actors and they know all these references, and a lot of times I hear, oh yeah, he's doing this voice from that Western, except he's making him older or faster, or changing it, or sometimes not at all. Sometimes it's a direct vocal reference, like there's this old kind of casual guy that always shows up in the old John Wayne type westerns, and every once in a while you'll hear him in a cartoon. Guaranteed the voice actor that's doing it knows the original, so it behooves us all to be more familiar with the reference points. Those old, even black and white movies or golden age of radio. I remember listening to like Jack Benny, the Jack Benny Show, these kinds of things. Just take a little bit of time and research the beginning era of television. The I Love Lucy, these sorts of things. Gives you a sense of comedy, gives you a sense of character, and it gives you just a completely different reference point.